Hello, beautiful people. Honest Am here, the creator and writer of the Honestly Sis newsletter, a bi-weekly newsletter geared towards millennials who are truly trying to get their shit together. And I'm here for another daily motivational video where we use the tarot to become the alchemist of our lives. A little bit about me. I do not just use the tarot. I use God and cusses in the same sentence. I may mispronounce some things, but if it does not stop Charlamagne the God, it will not stop me. All right, y'all. I hope this lesson finds you in great spirits. Angel number 24. All right, God, what messages do you have for us to become the alchemist of our lives, to help bring heaven on earth, or just to do magic in public? God, what messages do you deem worthy for us to hear at this time to become the alchemist of our lives? Please make it as clear as possible. In the name of Christ. Make sure you check out the description box below. There are always additional information as well as information about me and HonestlySis.com. All right. So the two cards that came out is Vision and Sisterhood and Brotherhood. And the message that I kind of get off of these two cards is that God is asking you to kind of create a vision of what's your ideal sisterhood and brotherhood. I say this all the time. I want to stop saying it, but it's just been, I don't know, just whatever. The law of attractions add to both problems and solutions. So if you continue to look at a problem that is going on in the world, there's no way that you can get to a solution because the problem and the solution are on two different frequencies. And so, angel number 130. The reason why I say that, because I feel like what God is saying is that, yes, our vision, we are seeing all of this stuff that is happening in the world. And yes, it's getting us upset. It's making us think about the past. But the problem is we're so focused on everything that is happening right now that we're not thinking about how things could be in the future. We're not working on creating a new reality. And so I feel like what God is saying, for some reason, I feel like God is saying, just get tunnel vision. Yes, he knows that there's a lot of chaos. There's a lot of turmoil going on, but he really wants you to just get focused on creating a vision for your life, creating the ideal utopia that you will want for your sisterhood or your brotherhood, whether that is for Black people, Asian people, whatever. I feel like what God is saying is that instead of focusing so much on the present, God is really asking you to turn your intention inwards and to truly create a vision for what you want for your community and for your people. God, give us a tool that we can use or clarify this message of vision and sisterhood and brotherhood. What are you trying to get us to understand about creating a vision for how we want this world to go? Why is it so important to create a vision and to stop focusing on the problems that are happening in the world? God, I just ask that you please just give us one message, make it as plain as possible. God, name I pray, Ashe. I was about to do all that, and he actually brought the card back out. But let me see. Is there one more, God? If there's one more, let me know. Yeah, thank you. So the two cards that came out, this card makes sense, and I'm glad it came out. The law of attraction adds power to both problems and solutions. The realization that something is not, so that's God like telling you what I was telling you. The realization that something is not as you want it to be is an important first step. But once you have identified that, the realization that something is not as you want it to be is an important first step. But once you have identified that, the faster you are able to turn your attention in the direction of a solution, the better. Because a continuing exploration of the problem will prevent you from finding the solution. The problem is a different vibrational frequency from the solution, and all thoughts or vibrations are affected by or managed by the law of attraction. So again, doubling down on what I said, God is saying stop focusing on the problem, stop focusing on what the world, and that's why I really feel like that's why the 24-hour news cycle was created. Like some people say, yeah, it's to give more information, but it's like to constantly keep us in this state of like, oh my God, the world is falling apart. Oh my God, all this happened. Oh my God, this happening. It's like if you're constantly watching the news or just constantly being bombarded with, negative information, how are you ever going to feel positive? So it's like I feel like what God is saying, really start to take accountability for your independence and where you are putting your time and your focus and your energy. Because if all of us are just going to keep looking at these police killings and just be like, oh, of course, yes, the police get away with it. And it's like we do the same tweets, we say the same things, and nothing seems to be resolved. Now, what happens if instead of saying the same tweets, feeling the same way, we just be like, you know what, this is how I would want this to be different. Like in the world that I'm creating, police actually have training. Police actually view every individual as equal. The police unit, like, it's like we really have to start thinking about what we want to create. And I'm not saying that just by thinking about it, it's going to bring about the change, but it's damn sure going to change the energy. It's damn sure going to start bringing in different solutions. And so I feel like God is saying, stop focusing on the outside world and really turn inwards and think about what could you do to help create a new reality, create a new community. And I always have to give myself as an example. Yes, there's a whole bunch of shit going on in the world, but in the world that I'm trying to create, which I say on every video, I'm trying to help bring heaven on earth, and I'm asking God to help give me the tools, to help give you the tools, to help bring heaven on earth and to make life be different. Because that's how I want my sisterhood and brotherhood to be. I want it to feel abundant. I want it to feel like we're back in the Garden of Eden. And so for me, I do block out the outside, or I don't spend a lot of time watching the news. If I do see a police killing going on in the news, or like the most recent, I think it was Derek, somebody who got shot in Brooklyn. Sorry, I stroll past it because I can't allow, I know, first of all, I'm highly sensitive, and I'm the type of person that can watch something and cry and be like really fucked up for the day. So it's like, knowing how I am, I have to be mindful of that and protect my energy. And God is telling you to do the same thing. Protect your energy and focus on the things that you are creating. And every single day, I wake up putting time and effort towards the life and the community that I'm trying to create. That's by me doing these videos, whether it's me recording these videos, editing these videos, listening to these videos, or whether that's me putting up an article for Honestly Sis. That's because I'm being open and honest and being transparent, which is the world that I want to bring. So again, it's about, we so focused on looking for a savior, looking for somebody to come out the sky. God already did that. Jesus already died on the cross for us. It's our time to save ourselves. And the only way that you're going to save yourself is by going inwards and figuring out what's true for your soul, connecting with your inner source so that you can be the best person that you can be. Then that can create a shift in the world. If all of us, and that's honestly my mission, if we all have the tools to become the alchemists of our lives, if we all choose to become the best person that we can be, and we spend our time, effort, and attention towards doing that, if say the 10 people, the 50 people on my channel, they start actively being the best person they can be, those 50 are going to multiply into another 50. That's 100 people. Those 100 people are going to multiply to 200. And then that's how we create a global shift. It starts individually and then it ripple out. Yes. For sisterhood and brotherhood, I can give my attention to the positive aspects. Things are coming into your experience in response to your vibration. Your vibration is offered because of the thoughts you are thinking. And you can tell by the way you are, things are coming into your experience in response to your vibration. Your vibration is offered because of the thoughts you are thinking. And you can tell by the way you feel what kind of thoughts you are thinking. Find feel-good thoughts and feel-good manifestations must follow. Make a decision to look for the best feeling aspects of whatever you must give your attention to, and otherwise only look for good feeling things to give your attention to, and your life will become one of increasingly good odds. So you're saying all I got to do is just put my attention on the positive and all of a sudden life gonna change? I mean, have we ever done it? Have we ever done it? That people, like, let's just ask ourselves, have we only put our attention on the positive? Or have we just been marching in the streets begging for people to see our equality, begging for people to understand that Black Lives Matter? Or have we all took the attitude of, fuck you racist, your time is gonna come, your whole fucking race is about to be extinct in a couple of years, I'm gonna focus on this new world that we building? Which way are you on? Are you still singing, oh, I hope my people will come? Or are you like, oh, we about to build some new shit because y'all about to be out of here in the next 50 years? That's why it's so much chaos, because they about to go away. Because they know this fucking thing has been broken. They know the time is up. So it's on you to choose where you're going to put your energy into. Because guess what? By us constantly being like, y'all don't understand us. Y'all don't want to do this. Y'all don't understand your white privilege. Why would they? Think about it. If you had white privilege, would you be like, oh, I've been living off the land for 100 years. It's time for me to get back. No, you're going to be like, bitch, we've been living off the land. We've been owning it. We going to keep owning it. And so what? If the solution to your problem for black people is that white people all of a sudden have a come to Jesus moment, bitch, we ain't gonna never overcome, okay? Focus on yourself. Stop looking for a savior. Stop looking for Beyonce. Stop looking for Jay. Stop looking for celebrities. It's just like Dave Chappelle says, who the fuck cares about what a celebrity feel about at a time like this? Them motherfuckers ain't policymakers. You are literally running to Cardi B and being, oh, Cardi, please tell me what's gonna happen. What the fuck she know? All she can do is reverberate what we saying. Change how you view things. Change what you give your attention to. Change the way you feel about yourself. The other thing I'm going to say about this, giving your positive aspects. So you can either feel like black people are worthless. They don't matter. You know, the system is stacked up against us, blah, blah, all this other stuff. Or you can realize we gotta be some powerful motherfuckers. Because since the day we have been free, they have been trying to put us back in chains. How fucking powerful do we have to be to have a whole fucking organization try to kill a 22-year-old just because he's sending some inspiration to the people? How fucking powerful do black people got to be that white people are scared shitless at our mere existence? But you don't look at it that way. You don't look at it like, I must have some great ass shit stored up in me for these motherfuckers to be trying to do everything possible to stop me from reaching my full potential. But you don't look at it like that. You don't look at it like that. All right, we're gonna go ahead and give you one card to get on out of here. Sad. What if we hold ourselves back? Have you ever thought about that? Have you ever thought about all these goddamn protests could be what's holding us back? Because we putting all our time and energy into the same fucking thing over and over, instead of just being like, oh bitch, I got your ticket. You won't fucking be representing me next year. Oh, bitch, I got your ticket. I'm about to understand what the fuck the city council do. But no, it's just cooler to say the shit on Twitter. It's cooler to tweet about it. It's cooler to be on Instagram. I hate y'all. I'm telling y'all make me so mad. Because all this power y'all have, and y'all do it to build up people like Candace fucking Owen and Tommy Lauren. Like, build me up, build up another black woman. But you won't do that. You won't do that. Faith in the process. You won't do that because you ain't got no motherfucking faith. Because you don't believe in it. You don't think you're worthy of it. Beyond the mind, the heartbeats. God is saying, get out your motherfucking head. The solution is not in your head. You ain't gonna think your way out of this problem. You are not smarter than God. You ain't God. That's the problem. That is the fucking problem with this world, with these scientists, with all these politicians, with these doctors. They think they fucking God. And God and Mother Nature is like, hey bitch. Earthquake, tsunami, some random shit just fall, earthquake, thunderstorm, hurricane. Because they like, bitch, you don't run shit. This our shit. We was on this motherfucker before y'all even came. And I'll wipe your ass back off this bitch just like I did the goddamn dinosaurs. Respect me. You're going to respect me. We're not. I'm on God team, okay? I'm with the money team. That's what God is being like. Get with the motherfucking money team, okay? Because all that other noise, here today and gone tomorrow. Let's go. Angel number 32. I'm done. I'm hyped. I'm hyped, y'all. Y'all understand. Our ancestors are over there like, they are ready. Like, we ready. What? Ready. Like, that is how our ancestors are. That's why there has been more and more spiritual people coming up. More people like us. More channelers. More oracles. More people popping up because our ancestors is like, get them ready. Because we ready to go. We are ready. Woo, y'all calm down. Woo, I'm like, I can fly out this goddamn chair. I don't need all that energy right now. Okay. It's like, okay, let me just say this and be quiet. Angel number 1544. Y'all, do y'all know how blessed we are to be born during this time? They told us, bitch, this the victory lap. This the motherfucking victory lap. We get to build new earth. How fucking exciting is that? We get the rewards. We get all the blessings that our ancestors and our grandparents sacrificed for. We get to pick that bitch up. It's not just J, Ye, and B, and Drake, and Reed. It's all of us. That's why it's happening faster and faster. And it's going to keep happening. That's why they mad. Okay. Faith in the process, but y'all ain't hear this from me. No matter how powerful we are, how much courage and strength we have, there are times when we can't quite move ourselves along to the next phase of life or creative exploration. At times, we need some divine intervention, a little help in pulling our trolley along, so to speak. When we are at the edge of our own limits and have no more personal resources, we might be left with one, excuse me, Angel number 1703. All right, let's start over. I'm going to calm down. Because I'm hyped. I love y'all. I love you. Okay. All right. I do that all the time, by the way. By myself. I just like, I love you, Jesus. I love you, Jesus. I love you, God. Okay. I talk to God in public. No matter how powerful we are, faith in the process. No matter how powerful we are, how much courage and strength we have, there are times when we can't quite move ourselves along to the next phase of life or creative exploration. At such times, we need some divine intervention, a little help in pulling our trolley along, so to speak. When we are at the edge of our own limits and have no more personal resources, we might be left with only one spiritual power, that of faith. Fortunately, that is enough. As unlikely as it may seem, the invisible help from the universe is often more powerful than the physical efforts of 1,000 men. God, 1813, talk your shit. Or Elena, talk your shit. As unlikely as it may seem, the invisible help from the universe is often more powerful than the physical efforts of 1,000 men. That is because the invisible help is not limited by physical laws. It can shift, bend, and move in ways that defy limitation. It can affect, evoke, and influence situations through invisible but undeniable persuasion means. You are in a situation where you cannot set right the course of events all by yourself. God, y'all, I'm sorry. These cards are speaking. 1850. This is not an indication that you have done something wrong, nor does this suggest you are not strong enough. It is a sign that there is something bigger unfolding in your life, and your willpower will be supplemented by the power of life itself. Sometimes a bigger plan needs to manifest for the benefit of humanity in the earth. You need to shift your perspective to realize that you are a part of the greater unfoldment of life, that your individual life serves the greater plan, and that you are not separate from its genius. This is what is happening now. You happen to be instrumental to the greater plan, and as such, you need to accept your position and be moved. Come on. I gotta read that again. 1950. You need to shift your perspective to realize that you are a part of the greater unfoldment of life. Your individual life serves the greater plan in that you are not separate from its genius. This is what is happening now. You happen to be instrumental to the greater plan, and as such, you need to accept your position and be moved, while also being empowered and protected as you make personal progress through your role in the greater scheme. This is a time for humility and trust. You need complete faith in the process and events that are happening. There is nothing to worry about. You will be moved most fully and easily and with the most grace and assistance through your faithful surrender. Ironically, it is through complete surrender and total faith that we become the most empowered. When we are no longer trying to impede the perfection of the greater plan, we can be aligned and moved with it by the progress. Having faith in the benevolence of life, rather than harboring the suspicion that life is seeking to catch us out or have a joke at our expense or carelessly toss us about as though we mean nothing, then we can relax. Having faith in the process gives you space to be curious about what is taking place and to relax enough to be open to what we are most in need of, even if we aren't exactly sure what that is or how it can happen. The guidance from this oracle comes direct from the greater source of life itself. There is now an opportunity for you to be moved from the situation you are currently in to the next chapter in your life story. You can't do it on your own. It is too big of a shift. It needs the grace of life to intervene on your behalf. You will need faith through. You may feel as though the wheels of your trolley are coming off or that are a little bit rickety, but you must also understand that the voice of life is now coming straight to your heart with this message. I have resources you know not of. It is safe to trust in my ways and in my wisdom, for I love you and I am guiding you into that all that is rightfully yours. Know that what is rightfully yours is what your heart truly desires, and you need not fear loss. Nothing that is meant to come to you will be denied. It is safe for you to let go and allow me to move you. Through faith, peace is restored, and you are able to know this and perhaps have some fun in the process. It's some amazing shit about to happen. It's your number 2220. God is about to show the fuck out. He about to show off. He is about to show his ass, okay? So if you ever been wondering if there was a time to try God on for a minute, try God on. Try him for a month. Try him for 6 months. Try him just for the summer. Do the summer with complete surrender. Just try. Just see what happens. Just watch him fuck up your life in the best ways possible. I mean, I'm just saying. Get out your head. Trust your heart. Trust where life is taking you. Angel number 2203. Trust that life is always working in your favor. I didn't even know that card was there, y'all. I like understanding that things are always evolving. And while there are many things that could be better where I am, while the world could be amazing, while I wish that there could be peace in the world, and I wish that our police officers protect us and were nurtured to us and took time to have compassion for us, while I wish that racism was not the foundation on which this country was built, I believe that it can be better. I believe that we can have heaven on earth. I believe that this country can really, truly become the land of the free. I believe that my ancestors' suffering wasn't in vain. I believe all the blood that was spilt on these streets, all these men and women and children that was hung in the trees, all these men and women that has been separated from their families, all of these things that have been put against our people, are the plans, these malicious plans, these drugs that have been pumped into our community and our leaders that have been struck down. I believe that it wasn't in vain. There is a greater plan. I'm telling y'all, I am a living miracle. I am not supposed to be here talking the way I talk, having the confidence the way I have, loving the way that I do. I'm too fucking sensitive for this world. And yet, I like understanding that things are always evolving. And while many things could be better where I am, it is not really a problem. Because where I am and where we are as a people is constantly changing to something better. And we've seen it. I like knowing that as I look for the best things around me where I am, those things become more prevalent. As I look for more love and more harmony and more community and more compassion, I see more evidence of it. As I look for more ways to connect with my brothers and sisters and I see the strength in my people, I see more evidence of it. It is fun to know that things are always working out for me and my people. And as I watch for evidence of that, I see more evidence of it every day. God is saying, it's the prayer that we need to be saying. This is what you need to wake up feeling and thinking every single morning. All right. I'm done. I'm not going to cry no more. Put your hand on your heart and touch and agree with me as I say this. I now ask that all disappointing experiences of the past that have led me to believe that life is not trustworthy or that faith is a silly or immature way to deal with life be released from my mind, body, and heart. I ask for help to accept that I can and I will attract all that is needed in my life at the perfect time and in the perfect way. I ask to be empowered to absolutely receive all that can assist me with grace and without shame or guilt. In doing so, I dedicate myself to be a clear, loving, open channel for the flow of life. I know the benefit in doing so is not limited to me, but will flow so that life can benefit others through me. I trust in this now through unconditional love, so be it. I now ask that all disappointing experiences of the past that have led me to believe that life is not trustworthy or that faith is a silly or immature way to deal with life be released from my mind, body, and heart. I ask for help to accept that I can and I will attract all that is needed in my life at the perfect time and in the perfect way. I ask to be empowered to absolutely receive all that can assist me with gratitude and without shame or guilt. In doing so, I dedicate myself to being a clear, loving, open channel for the flow of life. I know the benefit in doing so is not limited to me, but will flow so that life can benefit others through me. I trust in this now through unconditional love, so be it. I now ask that all disappointing experiences of the past that have led me to believe that life is not trustworthy or that faith is a silly or immature way to deal with life be released from my mind, body, and heart. I ask for help to accept that I can and will attract all that is needed in my life at the perfect time and in the perfect way. I ask to be empowered to absolutely receive all that can assist me with gratitude and without shame or guilt. In doing so, I dedicate myself to being a clear, loving, open channel for the flow of life. I know the benefit in doing so is not limited to me, but will flow so that life can benefit others through me. I trust in this now through unconditional love, so be it. Angel number 2833. Guys, it says in the Bible that we ask not, so we have not. So God, we come to you today and we ask you for peace on earth. God, we come to you today to ask that you please harmonize our hearts, our minds, our souls, so that we can all be one, so that we can all be a conduit channel for you, God. God, we come to you today and just ask for peace. Peace for all this blood that is being spilled in the streets. God, we ask that you have people put their guns down. We ask that people just take a moment to think about the value of life. God, we ask that you put compassion on these officers' minds and in their hearts, God. Allow them to see what they are doing to the world, God. They clearly cannot hear from us. So God, we ask for you to step on our behalf and allow them to see what they have done to the world. Open their eyes to the truth, dear Lord. Allow them to feel the pain that they have inflicted on others. God, I ask that you step into those court systems. I ask that you step on those juries. God, I ask that you go behind closed doors and you touch those judge hearts and you let them know no more. It's time for a change. This country can no longer operate the way that it has been. And so, God, we come to you today and we ask that you step in. We ask that you show who you are. We ask that you step into our hearts and step into our lives and move us beyond our circumstances so that people can know that it's nobody but you, so that we may inspire more and create a shift in the world. God, we ask, we beg, we pray that you heal this world that is going through so much chaos and turmoil, not just here in the United States, but everywhere, God. I ask that you touch those kids that haven't been hugged before. I ask you that you help those kids that haven't had food, have them sprinkle down food or have them find food from an unknown source. God, I ask that these men and these women that are petitioning into child trafficking, that you just put something on their heart to make them think differently, Lord. Allow us to see what we're doing to each other. Allow us to see that we can be better. We need you, God. We need you more than we've ever needed you before. And so, God, I ask that anybody who come across this video, anybody who stayed to this very end, anybody who hear my voice and hear my words, God, I ask that you come in and touch them, dear Lord. I ask that if they don't believe, that I may step in between and be that extra boost to let them believe, God. And God, I ask that you show them the evidence of you. I ask that you build that relationship with them, God. I ask that you show them what you have shown me so graciously, God. And God, for the ones who don't know, the ones who don't even have the words to say it, the eyes to see it, God, I pray for them as well. God, I ask that something happen in their life to shift or change so that we can help create new earth and help create heaven on earth. But we know that we can only do it with you. And so, God, as I end this prayer, I ask that all of our spirit guides, that you guys step up. I ask that you listen to us more. I ask that you force us to get our attention, because we need you. We need the spirit side, and we're ready, we're willing and able to step up and to help bring the change that this world so desperately needs. In God's name I pray. Ashe. Raw. Angel number 35. I'm done. I'm gonna leave it there. All you have to do is ask. It's a relationship. Start small so that you can build up to the bigger things. I hope that this reading was a blessing for you. If it was, please give me a thumbs up. If not, peace and blessings to you, and thank you for your time and energy. Ashe. Angel number 33. Never let the internet rush you. Never let someone tell you what you cannot do. And never, never, ever give up on your dreams. Take care.